Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round 3 of the 5v5 Grand Arena with ships. It's going on right now. Take a look at the board, and I'm going to show you guys what my opponent put down for defense on this round. Unfortunately, he did go kind of light. He saved all his meta teams for offense, so I don't have really pretty exciting matchups to go against. You can see he's got a Card Dot team, Ewoks, Nightsisters, First Order. He put a General Grievous team. Now that one had me a little nervous. Hadn't really gone up against a full fleshed out Grievous team. He's got bounty hunters. He's got some scoundrels there, but he doesn't even have the Zeta on Vandor, so no big deal. Let's jump into it. First up, I decided to take out his bounty hunters, and if I'm faster, which in this case I was, I like to use my Imperial Troopers. They're one of the few teams that if you can get them going and you know that you're faster, you can win with 60 banners. So since my opponent saved all his top teams for offense, I was thinking, he's going to want to play an efficiency game and try to get max banners on me. Thankfully, I went a bit heavy on defense, so he has his work cut out for him. But taking Imperial Troopers against Bounty Hunters, you can see once you get the jump on them and they start dying, feeding that turn meter train, it's a easy peasy 60 banners. Nothing more to see there. The next team we're going to take out is his Nightsisters. I've been liking using this Galactic Republic team. They seem to go pretty well as long as you can keep that protection up. It does great defending against the plague since you can't get debuffed. You can't get stunned. So you just let Padme go and keep doing her moves to put protection up. Do her thing. Running her with, she's the lead with Zaris, with Anakin, GK, and Ahsoka. Right now, I don't have the Zetas on Anakin, Ahsoka, or GK. It's just Padme lead and unique, and then Zaris. And you can see here they're doing a pretty good job of resisting all those debuffs, putting some work in on the team, trying to get those kills to use up the zombie revives. And there she goes once. And took out Daka, so that's it. You can see this team doesn't have to worry about plague. You get so many chances for protection up that if you guys haven't seen any of the videos about this Padme team, they're terrific. I like using them against Nightsisters because they're a pretty reliable counter to be able to beat this team and not have to waste a Traya. There's a couple other teams you can use, but Galactic Republic has proven to be pretty reliable. So I do like using them here. But they're pretty useful as far as there's videos out right now where people are using them to take out Darth Revan squads. So even if they're not top on defense, as long as you can have kind of a universal counter, it's definitely worth putting some resources and work into this team. And even if you only use them to kill Nightsisters, that's 58 banners right there. So that's how the Nightsisters went down. Now's the Grievous team. I told you I was a little worried about that because he had a Gear 11 Newt and hadn't really gone against that before. Wasn't quite sure how the extortion bit and all that was going to work. He had his B1 and his Droidica, so not really practiced with using, against a full General Grievous team. But I went after B2 first, try and get him out of there because he gains so much turn meter. You don't want to have him doing his thing for very long. So was able to get rid of him. Got Droidica stunned over there. Now I'm trying to get over to Newt, but you can see how the droids get marked and then you're stuck focusing on them. Got Newt out of there. Droidica's getting low. Took out Grievous. Working on all those stacks on the B1 battle droid. And I'm just reading, what some of the stuff is. I'm not really used to that extortion, so I wanted to take a minute to look at that. But knocked him out. Only 53 banners for that one, so it does seem like it would be a good team if you want to take some health and protection banners away from your opponents, maybe. Might consider that, because then they do have to also burn a good meta team to get by. Like CLS did it, but it was still a bit of a struggle and nowhere near perfect banners. So now we got left his first order, Karth Dot team, Ewoks, and then a scoundrel team down there. Let's go ahead and take out his first order team. We'll just use JTR, BB-8, and then I got Finn, Stickray, and Resistance Trooper. And this will work pretty good. You'll see how this goes. Take one out, get the numbers advantage, start working on the pilot over there because he's the next squishiest. The good thing about taking Finn in this matchup is the stuns. You can use him whenever someone's getting close to a full turn meter, or you want to keep control over what they're doing so they don't go use a certain special move. Then use that stun on Finn and be able to control them. Works out pretty good, like stun crew there, so he doesn't get off the 2-turn stun. And then Stickray, she's good. She is squishy, but if you can keep her alive, she hits really hard. And as long as you don't have the Zeta on her, she doesn't give a status effect, so she won't heal them back up. This is one case where if you have the Zeta, it can actually be detrimental, because then when she gives them days, they heal 5% health and protection back from gaining that status effect. So I guess it's kind of a trade-off, but still seems like a Zeta should never hurt you. Should always help you. But that's not the case. Anyway, they made short work of that team, so 59 banners there. Now we got his Ewoks team, and I didn't want to burn anything too good, but good old Rex Wampa will get it done with Hermit Yoda. And then I put Baze in there with Chirrut, just because I didn't want to try and 3-man this. I know my opponent was going to play the efficiency game for banners, and I was trying to see who I could put in that I could get maybe health back, and I figured Chirrut would be good for that. Probably could have done 3-man, I don't know, but I really don't like doing that unless I have to. And in this case, knowing what I said on defense, I know there wasn't going to be instances for my opponent to do 4-man and 3-man against my squads. I mean, I was debating it, but I really did set a stout defense. There were no easy teams for him to go against. He was going to have to pick top squads, and unfortunately he did save all his meta squads, so he had them to use. But he did go ahead and attack me while I was doing my attacks. After I got all done, he did attack me later, so I'll be able to show you guys how the battle turned out too. But we'll get to that here at the end. You can see I'm still working on the Ewoks. I mean, there's nothing really exciting to describe, because I'm sure you guys have seen the Rex Wampa go against Ewoks plenty of times. All I'm trying to do here is keep healed up, keep my protection up, do Wampa's days so he gets that protection up, and just keep everybody alive. That's kind of why I figured Chirrut, having another healer in addition to Hermit Yoda, would help keep Rex alive, because he likes to die a lot. So keep him alive and knocking out the last Ewok using Hermit Yoda, trying to heal up and get a little protection back. Squeezed out 57 banners there, so not too bad. I'm trying to, like I said, keep as good as I can on top banners, because with my opponent putting these lesser squads down, he saved his Jedi Revan, Darth Revan, Traya, CLS, all that saved for offense. So I didn't know what kind of score he would put up This was one interesting thing I did. I mean, maybe y'all have seen this before, but have my Jedi Knight Revan team, and I just swapped places with Bastila and Jedi Revan. And that way you would run her as the lead to give everybody that extra protection and tenacity boost. So then you don't have to worry about the dots landing. And with Yoda in there as the primary damage dealer. And then I did have Ezra too, so it's nice that he's got a dispel and he can also call an assist. It's no trouble to go against this Karth Dot team. You can see I already took out Karth, I already took out Mission. I just got Zalbar, Canderous, and Juhani left. And I don't really have to worry about, any of that business getting trapped behind Zalbar and everybody healing up. And, because Yoda does enough damage where he can just punch through, and then Revan being able to swap turn meter, heal everybody up, and be calling assists. It's no big deal. You can see I'm making quick work of this team, and pretty sure I'll get top banners. And I do. 60 banners. So now is that Kira Scoundrels team, and he doesn't have the Zeta on Vandor, so I don't really have to worry about that. It's just a matter of taking them out, one by one, and trying to keep full health and full protection. I was debating using a Darth Nihilus lead just for the fact that he converts all the protection to health, and then I believe if you stay above 50% health, it'll count as max protection and you'll get the protection points. But I wasn't, 100% sure if I wanted to play it like that. I really do like Trey as lead, so I just went with her as lead with the trio, and then Thrawn, and then Sith Marauder. Hits pretty hard, so a good addition to have, but Thrawn being able to swap turn meter and send protection up, that's a big plus. Helps keep this team topped off. So I don't anticipate any problems with this. It's like now there's only a few teams left, so I just see what I got that's good and start using my best teams. I guess that'd be one of my gripes with this map, is that all 7 teams that you put down are all in one basket. So your opponent, all they have to do is just take their top 7 teams and say, bam, 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 that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to use to counter this. There's no strategy of like, well, maybe he's got something good hiding behind here, and I don't want to use this, or what if I need it in a back zone? So I don't like that. But there was a 60 banner win, so knocked out all his character squads, just ships left to deal with, and I'll just show you the end screen on that, because he threw a random Thrawn fleet, with silencer and some geos down. I mean, it's just like what I do, is just throw some junk down under Thrawn and see what happens. So I got 1684 for my score. I believe it was like a 58 banner average, not counting the ships. So I was waiting for my opponent to go, hoping he would attack, and, let's see what he does. And as I was checking throughout the day, finally my opponent did attack. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how he did. So here's the final board. My 1684 and my opponent got 1657. He was sloppy on efficiency, and then he had one mistake. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I put down for defense. On the ground, I got a Karth Dot team, a Nightsister team, a General Grievous with droids team. I got a Kira Scoundrel team that has Nest in it, a Bounty Hunter Bosk team with Jango also in there. I put down EP, and then my Darth Revan team, I got 2 attempts on that one. So that's it for this go around. He struggled a little bit on my Darth Revan, and it cost him. So that's that. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.